crossing the rail. And Paladin's going to go down to that quad. There it is. Go having 3 health, but he did get, I think, 2 frags off of that quad. Although that's more than is needed at a 92 and 60 frag lead for favor of...
Yeah, and I think barring any major swings here, I think that's pretty much going to ice things for Nightmare.
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of map where you have really big frag swings.
Yeah, especially when, you know, you can essentially just figure out which way the quad runner's going and go in the opposite direction, you know, in the circle.
Yeah.
I mean, barring the teleporter, this map is a glorified circle, so... Yeah, and the other thing I'm noticing is that whenever Defiance gets any semblance of dominance in the red armor room, Nightmare is able to just come in, not really stacked or anything. It's not like they've got a lot of armor and health at that point, but they just overwhelm that area. They seem very strong with their shots in that particular room. So we're seeing Chief wait out Mega. Next squad's going to be happening relatively soon.
Yeah, with the 37 frag lead right here, I don't see Alliance being able to come back from this.
I'm actually seeing nobody with armor. I just see the full cycle. Nobody has armor at this point.
Well, that's interesting. That quad Nightmare didn't even really attempt to get.
I think maybe they're trying to make sure that they... Oh, look at that. It's a clown getting the frag there. But I think they're trying to stay out of the line of sight. They don't want to be fodder for that quad. And they were able to pull it down as it made its approach on red armor. Like immediately. It didn't even really get that quad carry didn't get a shot off. So 108 and 67 is the current frag count. Favor of Nightmare. And they are extremely strong right here. I... I'm wondering what Defiance is going to try to put together. TGM, did you expect Nightmare to be pulling away this much on this map?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I expect them to pull away. I think that their teamwork on this map is very good. These guys have played a lot of games together. So it's not surprising. I mean, they're very skilled players, so it's not surprising that they're winning by this much. I mean, they're controlling the red arm and they're controlling the power up. So
yeah. I guess I just expected a little bit more pressure brought by Defiance on that red armor room, because it seems like they haven't had it for the full 20 minutes of the match. They had it for what, 30 seconds. So I think if they can sort that out, and while it's nice to have red armor, the alternative, of course, is controlling those yellow armors in the Mega. And it seems like I'm not really ever... Whenever I cycle to a Defiance guy, they don't necessarily, they're not sporting that armor. That said, they have taken over red. We've watched X-Boot pick it up. But it looks like he doesn't have any weapons. Quad picked up by Chief. And quad has been decimated, and we got
1 minute warning.
Nice work there. Paladin and a teammate doubling up on that quad, pulling him down before he can get a frag.
yeah, I was really impressed with Nightmare on this map. I mean, they played it perfect, textbook.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. Now I'm seeing at this point, Nightmare feels like they can just kind of rush into red. They're not too concerned about the frag count with only about 20 seconds left to go. And you can see that time Defiance was able to defend that that sort of haphazard push by Nightmare. Granted, Nightmare's not really, working at trying to catch up in frags, so they can be a little bit careless. But you can see how, when Nightmare didn't focus their fire, Defiance won out. Similarly, when Defiance was making a push on that red armor room, when they didn't focus their fire, they didn't win. All right.
Yeah,
so
and if you're gonna try to take over the red armor room, if you try to get it back, you can't just leave one guy in there because the other team will have at least 2 guys rushing with those machine guns. And like I said, those machine guns will cut you down in a hurry. So you have to have your whole team back, at least until you secured a couple red armors.
So 130 to 81 was the final score of that map. We're gonna see what their second pick is.
Do you guys have any picks for an MVP for that map?
No, I would have to say Sko.
Sko or Kara?
Yeah, I'd say we'll go co-MVPs.
Although, I think Clown did pretty decent too.
Yeah,
He had,
he certainly did.
Pretty
And
good
the other
kill
thing to
death
mention,
ratio.
the other thing to mention is that Chief knocked out the few quads that that Defiance was able to pick up. I think he was doing the mirror of Paladin for his team, where he was sitting there with the rail ready to go the instant that the opposing team picked up that Q. So we go over to Grim Dungeons. This is a favorite of Nightmare. This is probably their strongest map. They've done extremely well against several strong teams on it. Sometimes not pulling out the win, but definitely showing that they have quite a bit of skill on it. I think last week we watched them bring it against K9 within 1 frag at like the last second of the map. I mean, it really was a beautiful display, a beautiful catch-up.
Yeah, and this is definitely, I think, Nightmare's favorite map. So I expect them to, I expect them to win this one pretty easy.
I don't want to count Defiance out just yet, though. We'll see, because we are seeing some roster changes by Nightmare that might unsettle their groove.
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing Flame in, and he's a 99 to 100 pinger. Now we're gonna have both teams with a player pinging close to 100.
We'll ping true play the goal. And everyone QQ's about it. I don't know. I think for me, I won't ever have a whole lot of extra empathy for ping issues because I grew up playing Quake on modems and stuff. Like I've played Quake, and especially Quake 3, on some of the worst internet connections known to man. Adelphia, need I say more? Okay.
You ever heard nightmares about them?
Played it on fucking Adelphia when you get like, I think it was like 20% packet loss, or I don't know what it was. But I still play it, man. I fucking love this game, and I would play it anyway.
2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent.
Toughed it out. That's all I like to hear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and nothing says.
I'm looking at some of the. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing says mystery frag with a 2-second pause. You just like pull the trigger and close your eyes and go, all right, let's get this one to connect. It's pretty ridiculous. Of course, people hated me because I warped around a bit, but it was true warping. It wasn't just bullshit, connection trickery that some people employ.
I don't really mind high ping as long as it's constant. If I play with high ping all the time, I can get pretty decent. But,
yeah.
If I have high flux, then there's no way.
Well, yeah. I mean, the human beings can adapt to anything that's consistent. I mean, honestly, it's sort of a weird Jeopardy fact. As a weird experiment, somebody once created a pair of glasses that displayed the world upside down. And